Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Brilliant Shadows. It's me, Noctum Sky. I'm here, and we're continuing down this story together. Ash just left everybody else, and she went to, I believe, the library, so she prayed she found something to ease her fears. Oh, whoops. Well, hey, look. Good stopping point regardless. While it may seem unlikely, gray mages are capable of performing the pairing ritual again, and in fact do so. In the autopsy of a particularly powerful gray mage that had been ravaging the city of Treeport, 4 complete sets of organs were present, suggesting that gray mages will pair and cannibalize each other. Oh no. Ash skipped a few pages that went into detail about the anatomy. Little is known about how the altered anatomy affects the daily life of a gray mage, as none have ever been captured alive. Some mages suggest that this may trigger increased metabolism as well as increased physical ability, without even tapping into the powers available to a mage capable of reaching into both pools. The anatomy may also contribute to gray mage's apparent ability to operate with very little sleep. Ash closed the book. It was the third she had read of the limited library containing studies into the gray mages. She wished she had found something to convince her that her fears regarding Hektor were but that, fears. Unfortunately, nothing she had read found comforted her.
That's some pretty heavy reading.
Ash snapped to attention, clapping the book as shut as she met her eyes with Belinda.
What are you doing here?
I noticed you weren't going with the others. I wasn't hungry, so I followed you.
And you've been staring at me reading?
You haven't been here that long.
Belinda's eyes fell upon the books and returned to Ash.
You don't think Hector's a gray mage, do you? I mean, I know you don't like him. I know I certainly don't. But that doesn't mean he's actually evil, you know?
You're really gonna make me do this? I don't know. There's a lot of weird evidence. I don't want to believe he's evil, and there's a lot of good he's doing, but also, like, he does operate in a very specific way. But I don't know if I'd say yes because it says that doesn't mean he's actually evil. I could say yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say no because it could always be something else. And this is a very yes or no, so I'm just gonna say no and see where that goes. Because I would not admit this to another person either, like, necessarily, with such little evidence, so no.
No.
I mean, the heads have the Rod of Finding. It clearly marks pools of power inside of people. They would immediately be able to identify if someone had 2 pools inside them.
I didn't know
And
about
weren't
that.
they out scouting with Hector just the other day?
Ash felt a great weight slide off her shoulders. She had forgotten about the rod, about the trip. She had been so concerned with the oddities that existed in Hector that she hadn't realized how impossible her fear was.
Thank you.
No worries. I figured I should tell you. I mean, I owed him for the ritual thing. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to clean up your books. I'm heading back to the garden for more training.
With that, Belinda left. With a sigh, Ash reopened the book and began to read once more, starting from the section with the detailed descriptions of anatomy. Hector was right, studying was just what she needed to relax.
So, did you figure out who she was?
I think so.
For now, we have to speak
Only at night, when she's sleeping. Do you have any information on this thing on my hand?
Oh, and she's not asleep. Hello there, girlie. Swirling.
The sounds in her head were gone. Ash pushed herself upright off the pillow of the tome. That would make it to the second time she's been hearing those voices. She couldn't decide whether or not hearing the voices proved them real or her mad. Had they been talking about a mark? The voices had sounded different this time, more clear. Still, they hadn't sounded right. One had sounded at once both singular and a chorus. Shivers found her in the warm library. If what they had discussed was indeed a mark, then one of those voices was her pair.
Good, you're awake. Prudence was worried about you when you didn't return.
There are certain curses far more dire and foul than light and shadow or goddess. Ash quickly recited all that she could remember in rapid succession as she leapt to her feet.
Studying the Grey Mages.
My camera's definitely in front of your face. His face was crestfallen.
I am sorry I told you about my theory.
Oh, why?
Ash asked the question with a little more enthusiasm than it required, her heart still pounding from Hektor's sudden appearance.
Prudence informed me that the idea of being paired to a grey mage had frightened you. Admittedly, rightfully so.
Hektor paused, his face becoming a mask of concentration as he appeared to disappear into deep thought.
Your fears are unfounded. A grey mage would have to be very nice to be paired with you, because you are a very nice person.
No, I'm gonna cry.
Unless you are secretly a sociopath.
Are you secretly a sociopath?
I speculate there may be perhaps one or maybe two grey mages with any reason to be such besides being, well, evil. But such grey mages would be very, very rare, and it is unlikely you would ever meet one. I mean truly extraordinarily rare. Believe me, I've thought about it. A lot.
I get it.
The point I am trying to make is that I made my original theory when I was grasping at straws. As ridiculous as it sounds, you are far more likely paired to someone living high atop a flying island, and they probably have no idea what the phoenix mark on their hand is about.
The words struck a chord within Ash.
I think you're at least half right there.
She paused for dramatic effect.
I heard voices again.
Hek's eyes grew large and his lips narrow, his face flushing.
Light and shadows. I need to talk to Elfnod more. I need to learn about this witch magic.
Do you think it's a witch?
Possibly. Just think. Being paired to something other than a paladin. If that is possible, would trios be possible? A witch, a paladin, and a necromancer. And he mentioned wizards. Are they a type of witch? Or could we have squads? Oh, just imagine it. 4 people. Of course, if we ever find that to be the case, we'll have to keep this secret from the cult of Grey Mages.
Yeah, that's not something I wanted to think about. Yeesh.
Sorry.
So how are we going to get to a flying island?
Hektor's enthusiasm dampened with a visible tick of his eye.
Ah, yes, well, I haven't gotten that sorted yet. The first thing I plan to do is determine the range the ritual is capable of. From there...
Hektor shrugged.
Now, about the voices, what did they say?
Ash recited the conversation as best she could.
I think your pair's a boy. Sorry.
Sorry for what?
Because you like girls.
I'm surprised you picked up on that.
I was about to say the sarcasm dripped from her voice.
I am more perceptive than people give me credit for, which isn't actually that hard, as I don't think I am ever given any credit.
Anyway, I don't really know what I want.
Ash cocked her head for a moment.
No, I lied. I still want to be with Prude.
Me too.
Ash's eyes grew wide. A knot of anger broiled in her stomach.
I like her. I didn't really know who I would be paired with, or even if I would.
Hektor struggled with words, wrestling between his tongue and head, trying to find what to say.
I like her.
Oh, this is hard. This is a hard thing. Look, if you want her to be happy, you should sympathize, because he's trying. Ash sighed.
You and me both.
The two sat in the dark of the library, silent until the candle began to burn low.
I'm going to bed.
I should probably do the same.
Hektor began to turn when suddenly Ash was before him, dangerously close.
What's the...
Try to find out what Prude sees in him. Give him a piece of your mind. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, would that mean, like, try to kiss him or something? Which is definitely not right, because that we know that he's, like... What do these mean? What do these options mean? Can I save? Okay. Let's see. I feel like this is... Okay. What? I don't know what either of these mean. I don't know what either... Okay. We're going to try the first one. If it is like trying to kiss him or something, we are not doing that. I'm only doing this save and reload thing because I don't know what this means, and I'm really curious. So let's find out. Ash leaned into him and pressed her lips against him. Nope, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Nope, not doing that. It's a real assholey thing to do. It's really messed up. Why would you do that? Give him a piece of your mind. We are not doing that. Wait, what was that? What was that? What? I didn't do that. Give him a piece of your mind. What is that? I didn't do that.
What's the...
Give him a piece of your mind. Oh, wait, no, this was right. What was that? You saw that, right?
What's the...
What does that mean? What does that little floaty bit mean? Ash leaned into him, her lips pursed, and for a moment he panicked, staggering back. Everything seemed to weigh suddenly on her shoulders. Her unknown pair, the sinking feeling that was ever present in her chest, prude. A loud slap rang out across the library. What? These are both bad! These are both bad. These are both bad. What kind of option is this? A loud slap rang out across the library. Ash stood above Hektor, her eyes alight with fury. Hector's head was turned to one side, the skin growing red on one cheek.
That was a decent blow, although this is not the training grounds.
She slapped him again, this time with the other hand.
If you like, I can give you pointers on the best way to do real damage.
The response made her even more furious.
Why can't you just get angry at me?
What is happening? Why are we like this?
What benefit would that provide us with?
Maybe then they could fight it out and what? With a sigh, Ash collected her belongings and marched out of the library. These are all bad. These are all so bad. Why are we like this? Hektor just stood there, looking confused. Somewhere in the back of her mind, guilt began to set in, as it should. For now, though, a tiny smirk curled her lips, and letting loose a bit of her fury brought her a tiny fraction of peace. She silently wondered how long it would last. But we couldn't kiss him because that's our friend is interested in him, and that's messed up too. For the next day, Ash woke up early. Holy crap. No, you know what? We're ending it there. We're ending it on that crazy note. What would you have done? Let me know in the comments below, because I had no idea what decision to make at that juncture. Those are both bad options. I didn't like either of those. Like, the kissing one feels a little less inherently bad, because I guess it's just like, you know, she's trying to sort out her feelings and everything's crazy, and then she kisses him. At least that's not violent. I don't know. Either way, we made our choice. We'll continue from there. I guess it was a bad choice because I saw the little evil face that popped up there, the little floaty thing. I don't know what that was either. But if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and make sure to comment below what you would have done, and let me know how I'm doing, because I don't know what to think anymore. I will see you all tomorrow night. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.